The Acton Super Beef brand was developed because of the perceived need of consumers to be able to identify with a quality, consistent brand. Our family began here in central Queensland in 1864 when our grandfather, William Acton, settled at Meadow Flats, just east of Rockhampton. We've been in the region ever since, somewhere in the vicinity of 140 years. I guess the foundations that our great-grandfather and our grandfather and our father have laid down before us that has enabled our generation to be able to prosper and expand in this industry in the manner that we have.
The Acton Land and Cattle Company run approximately 180,000 head of cattle, which are run on our properties: Barclay Downs, Malungra, Moray Downs, Croydon, Paradise Lagoons and Iffley Station near Nebo. There's a wide group of areas and climate which gives us a good advantage for always having somewhere good to shift our cattle to in these very varying and trying conditions we have in Queensland.
We have been breeding cattle for generations, and we've always kept abreast of the latest technology and wanting to increase the quality of our cattle, and we're continuing to do that. And the IVF technology that we have here at Paradise is enabling us to increase the quality of our herds in a very short period of time. Santa Gertrudis is one of our leading breeds. Brahmins. We're using a lot of Charolais and Angus infusion into our herds. We believe that with the Bos Indicus infusion in our cattle, it gives them the doing ability, the hardiness that we need in this Western and Central Queensland to breed large numbers of cattle, and then we need to cross it with the Angus and the Charolais. It improves the eating quality of the product. That's what we're really aiming for, is the eating quality to the consumer and being able to provide that consistent quality product 365 days of the year. All our family are involved in the business. Jenny and I here at Paradise Lagoons have one son and 3 daughters, and they're all actively involved in the business, and Evan's family out at Malungra. And I guess that's one of the driving forces behind our Acton Super Beef brand. The integrity that we have with the brand is mainly because of our family operation. We have a very large team of very experienced cattlemen and horsemen that work our cattle every day and assure that that beast is in a relaxed and stress-free atmosphere and mind when they go to the processing abattoir.
Barclay Downs and Malungra is the main breeding place for Acton Land and Cattle Company. Barclay Downs, it covers an area of 2.3 million acres and a length of around 240 kilometres. Runs around 50,000 females for breeding purposes. Heifers are mostly, the steers are sent south when they're weaned, depending on the season. Sometimes they're held over. Malungra station's on 1 million acres. It's 100 kilometres across, and we run 25,000 there, brand about 17,000 weaners every year, and turn 8,000 steers off down into central Queensland. Acton Land Cattle Company's got 2 of our own helicopters, plus we hire one and maybe 2 some weeks. On Malungra, we've got to use a helicopter every Monday during the winter months to muster a breeder paddock. And Barclay Downs, which is quite a bit, double the size and big vast areas of open downs country, they use a motorbike with the helicopters to get the cattle together, but they still use horsemen to drive the cattle to the drafting yards.
Our central Queensland properties are used for backgrounding and fattening. Backgrounding all our steer component off our breeding properties, our surplus to requirement heifers, and also our cull for aged cows and our preg-tested empty cows that we preg-test twice a year, and that brings the fertility of our herd up to a very high standard. The steer component come down and they're fed a silage ration which we grow here at Paradise and transport out to those backgrounding fattening properties. The most important thing that we've found with supplying good quality consistent beef is to have our animals on a rising plane of nutrition for the full period of their life, and we do that with silage and grain supplements at an early stage, and then we bring them on and have them on good improved pastures, buffel grass, green panic pastures, and then we bring them down onto our fattening properties and feedlots here at Paradise Lagoons and Mountain View, the Inverrio feedlot, and then we take them through to the Grassdale feedlot at Dalby, and they end up having 70 to 100 days grain feeding, and that ensures that we have a consistent quality product to deliver to our consumers. The Super Beef product is processed at our abattoir in the south. All quality controls are put in place to assure that the beef is kept at the right temperature. There's chiller assessment carried out, fat colour, meat colour, marbling assessments all carried out. Particular attention is paid to the temperature of the cold rooms, the vacuum packing of the product, and then once it moves forward from the processing plant, particular attention is paid on the supermarket shelves, the presentation of the beef, the cryovacuuming in the bags, the labelling. Acton Super Beef produces somewhere in the vicinity of 100 tonnes of red meat each week. We have of late moved down the chain and started to produce a value-added product. We're producing beef burgers, beef nuggets, of course all ranges of gourmet sausages, beef pies and corned meat. We see the future of the beef industry in value-adding more and more of our product as we move forward. There is a great demand from consumers, and we are well situated to supply their needs. A significant amount of our product stored in the polar cold storage facilities in Brisbane, where the distribution is done from there, either to the wharves for export or onto trucks to do the distribution all around Australia. Customers in Queensland can buy it through a number of outlets. The IGA stores, the Stevens group of the IGA stores, numerous restaurants. PFD are one of our major distribution companies in Australia, and they supply to hundreds of outlets all over Australia. So consumers are enjoying Super Beef all around the globe, all states of Australia, and indeed we export to Japan, America, Russia, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia. Both Evan and myself, and indeed all our families, are very conscious that we have to continually provide a consistent quality product to our consumers. We are very aware we must keep abreast of new technologies, be innovative in our approach to our industry, and keep our brand moving forward. Acton Super Beef. It's more than just beef beyond belief, it's our way of life.